I keep seeing this phrase everywhere. I've seen it on embroidery and cute little like illustrated graphics. And when I read it, it was just one of those where I was like, I think that would be hysterical written in beautiful calligraphy. So for this video, I'm just going to show you how I take an idea like this and how I kind of sketch it out and space my lettering. I don't think I'm going to sell this or anything, but when I'm making it, I still kind of have a layout in mind of how I want certain words to pop, how I want to center certain things. So I thought I would just take you through that whole process. So I've made my own guideline paper and I just pop it underneath here, and I'm going to just kind of roughly sketch out with my pencil where I want the words fucked up time to go first. I'm going to start with the calligraphy words because then it's easier for me to center the block lettering at the top and bottom. And I'm just going to eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a sketch for funsies. And I think while I'm sketching this out, I'm going to just add my version of flourishes. I don't do anything super elaborate, just some like whooshy bits here and there to make it look really wispy and whimsical, which I think would be a really funny contrast to the phrase. This doesn't look too bad. I think I'm going to take the crossbar of the T just down a touch. And again, I'm eyeballing it. I'm not going to make myself crazy about this like being perfectly centered. And also, what's nice about the letter T is if I wanted to create the illusion of being more centered, I can just extend this crossbar like one way or the other. It's a really simple way to help balance out your writing without actually having to erase and completely respace a whole word. All right, and here, please forgive me. I'm just counting out the letters for what A, and then fucked up time, and then the bottom to be alive, just so I could figure out what the center letter of each of those small chunks of the phrase would be, so I could, put them as centered as possible. Who knew math would be so important to calligraphy? All right, now that we've got it all sketched out in pencil, I'm going to grab my markers and I'm just going to trace over my sketch. Just a little something that I like to do for my own like stock management is I'll mark some of my older brush pens with a piece of tape or like a swipe of a marker or something, just so I know like this marker's losing its ink a bit. So it's not going to be as juicy and vibrant. So I'm not going to use this for like any of my final projects, but it's perfect for these like little ideas that I have that I just want to sketch out for fun. So that's kind of how I make sure that I use all my markers till their very last drop, but still recognize which ones are going to be best for like my final pieces versus just the fun stuff. All right, I'm just going to get my markers now. I'll put on some totally zen music in the background and you can just watch some real-time lettering and we'll regroup at the end and I can let you know how I thought this came out. Now, like I said, if I was going to actually sell this, I would measure this out a little bit more carefully to make sure that everything is perfectly centered. Like this probably needs to move a little bit more to the right. But otherwise, I think it's fine for just like a fun little project that I did on my own. And I think adding these little, not so fancy flourishes just adds a little bit of whimsy to highlight the bad words that are smack dab in the middle of this phrase. And then, of course, I personally just like to add that little exclamation point at the end to really drive this one home. So, what did you think? Does this quote really resonate with you the way it's been resonating with me? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed this process, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.